Hey everyone, this is Nick from Mecca Warehouse, and today we're back with a weekly update number 113. Almost the end of the year, one more after this, so that's kind of cool. Let's jump in with weekend reviews. That's where we talk about what's been going on in the warehouse, things that are coming up, stuff like that. And I guess first off, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. Christmas is only a few days away. Obviously, if you place an order today, it's not going to get to you by Christmas. So we are doing a brief, it was on Thursday, today for Friday, and then for Saturday, Christmas Eve, we're doing a gift card sale. So 5% off gift cards. You can see the code down below here on the screen. So save 5% on gift cards. Those will be able to, those discounted gift cards will still be able to be used with other discount codes and things like that. So a great way to buy a last minute gift for someone who's into gunpla, Mecca stuff, whatever. Those are instantly sent out by email when you order the gift card on the website. So you can get it pretty much last minute and have something to give, and maybe buy one for yourself while you're at it, because the 5% off, you stack that with any other discount, and that's a pretty good deal. So figured I'd mention that first before anything else. Next up though, on Monday, the day after Christmas, we are doing the charity stream. So for anyone who's not familiar, I'll go into the kind of the whole story of this. A few years ago, I decided to do a charity stream to build a stack of Magnacks. The whole Magnac core was a P-Bandai set. It was like a 36-piece set. I got that and the other P-Bandai sets to build the other, there's 4 other units that are specialized, custom, whatever, and a high-grade sand rock. And I was going to try to do that as one really long stream or over the course of a weekend. And my son, who was very young at the time, I think he was just barely 1, burned both of his hands on a gas fireplace and the glass front of a propane fireplace at a friend's house. I wasn't there. I was in the middle of the stream when it happened, actually. And it was one of the scariest moments of my life, getting the call from my wife. The first call wasn't that bad, but as soon as I knew they were going to the ER, things started feeling really scary for me. I ended up ending the stream, meeting them over there, and we were very lucky in that he healed very well. No evidence of the burns on his hands now. He got lucky where he was burned, and because he was so young, he healed really well. But a lot of that is because of Shriners Hospitals for Children. And so the past couple of years, we've done a charity stream to raise money for them, because they treat kids for burns. They also, some of the other Shriners locations, they do orthopedic stuff and cleft lip and all that kind of stuff. But they do it just regardless of the patient's ability to pay. And it's a great thing that they do, a great service, is great people over there. So past few years we've been doing that. This will be our third Shriners charity stream. Goal is to raise $10,000. So Monday we'll be starting at 9 a.m. Eastern and going until probably somewhere around 9 p.m. Eastern. Still not sure what I'm building, but we're going to be giving away a ton of good stuff. We got a lot of donations. A local customer gave us a lot of good stuff, including a couple P-Bandai kits. We had another customer send in a Stormbringer, MG Stormbringer. It's a P-Bandai kit, and very sought after one at that. We're throwing an MG Virtue and a PG Unicorn into the pool ourselves. We've got a Transformers RPG hardcover book that someone's sending in, and a ton of other stuff. I think there's 10, 15 prizes overall. We're probably going to have those gradated roughly by value, and as we get closer to the stream goal, we're going to put more of those prizes in the pool. It'll be similar to our normal stream giveaways in that we'll draw periodically for winners, and whatever items in the pool, whoever wins during that giveaway draw will get to pick whatever things available in the pool at that time. So as people donate and we get closer to the $10,000 goal, the bigger, better prizes like the PG Unicorn will get thrown into that pool, and it'll be a good time overall. So hopefully you are available to come hang out, even if only for a little bit, and hopefully you'll have a little bit of money saved that you can donate to Shriners. There'll be a link during the stream, and it's super easy. I think it's tax deductible, and it's I think it's a really good cause, and I'm super appreciative to Shriners for what they did for my son, and I'm sure a lot of people have stories about whether it be themselves or a kid or a friend or loved one that got care from Shriners. It's an amazing work that they do at Shriners Hospitals for Children. So that's all the holiday stuff out of the way, I guess. The last big thing is that the early bird orders, we posted these up several weeks ago. We've got a huge shipment coming. It's just barely smaller than the last massive shipment we got. It shipped earlier this week. We're expecting to arrive early to mid next week. It's going to be crazy trying to check it in because of the size of it. It's another basically truckload. We've been working really hard to make space back here. Maybe we'll have some B-roll footage of the space that we've cleared out as we condense and reorganize things to brace for this massive shipment. So space is going to be a big issue with that. The early birds are still, as of this moment, up and available on the website. So if you want a PG unicorn, if you want any of the other stuff, I think there's MG gun tank and probably another 10 or so kits that were on there, a bunch of master grades, a couple high grades that are really good stuff. It would help us because as soon as they come in, we're going to start shipping those early bird orders and pre-orders from those items immediately. And then you won't have to wait for the restock, and you won't have to worry about being fast during the restock to get any of those items. So helps you out and helps us out because we need to get that stuff out ASAP, because right behind it is going to be all of our Witch from Mercury stuff, or at least our first big batch of Witch from Mercury stuff. People have been asking. We got word last week after we edited the video that our Witch from Mercury shipments were coming very soon, that they were in process. My last update the other day was that they are likely to get shipped sometime before the end of the year. So that could be this week, it could be next week, but they're going to be on their way to us pretty soon. And that is going to be not quite as big as the truckload we're about to receive, but it very well might be another truckload, maybe 2/3 instead of 7/8 of a truck or whatever it is. So we're going to need that stuff out. So if you're looking for that stuff, feel free to pre-order it now. We've got plenty of the Witch stuff coming, but the Ariel, Ilfrith, I think one of the Figure Eyes, Siletta, the SD Ariel, and I think there's a couple of the other kits in there as well. So a lot of good stuff. It's going to be showing up. And looking forward to it coming in. Obviously, we don't have a restock this week, and you'll kind of see why when you see everything come in over the next week or two. It's all been kind of like built up to go in these big truckloads. But as soon as it arrives, we're going to need to get as much of it out the door as fast as we can, because space is really our biggest issue right now. Trying to have enough space. We're doing everything we can to make the room for stuff that's coming in. And once it comes in, we're going to get it out, because behind that shipment is yet another massive shipment that will be, without a doubt, our largest shipment ever. That one's got the Psycho Zaku Verka, some other high-grade Thunderbolt stuff, a bunch of other great master grades. Too much stuff to mention. It's an absolutely massive shipment. We made them peel a few orders that were connected to it off the ship with this other Witch stuff, just to get it here, not all at once. But there's going to be some exciting restocks over the next, I'd say, 1 to 7 weeks with all the stuff coming. And I'm sure there's more good stuff behind that coming as well. So we're going to try to get stuff out the door as fast as we can. All right. With that said, though, let's move on to pre-orders. We had a bunch of pre-orders this week. The majority of the pre-orders this week were Kodo and model support goods at that. So try to hit the non-MSG stuff first. So first up, Kotobukiya Zoids D Bison Marking Plus version. Interesting Zoid. It's a giant bison with missile tubes on its back. Looks pretty cool. We did not order a ton of those for pre-orders. Order research wasn't super interested, but it was a Zoid, so we figured we'd get some. So if you want one, I would highly recommend placing your pre-order if the pre-orders are still in stock, because we're not going to have a massive number of those afterwards. It is a pricey kit at $109.99, but it's an interesting looking one. If you're a hardcore Zoid fan, I think it probably a must-have. So the other Kotobukiya non-MSG kit was the Megami device type Devil Strarf. Strarf is kind of a funny word. Another kind of girl kit. Looks like there's a bunch of weapons and extra mechanical arms. Also not an inexpensive kit, but it looks interesting. Yeah, looks like it's got maybe regular arms and mechanical arms too. So that's kind of an interesting aesthetic. There's some cool accessories in that set. Looks pretty cool to me. We also are getting up on pre-order was the Nuke Matrix Fox Long Range Striker Vivienne, another girl kit. This one from Nuke Matrix. I don't know too much about this one. As far as MSG for pre-orders, we have the Weapon Unit 20 Gatling gun, the Heavy Weapon Unit 02 Spiral Crusher. It's like a three-pronged like grabber arm thing, almost like you might see on an aquatic suit. It's kind of cool. Got the Heavy Weapon Unit 07 Skull Massacre. It's almost like a giant scythe. That would probably be a cool swap out for like a Death Scythe, and that kind of design. Mecha Supply 12 customized head type A, so those are just heads. Dress Up Parts side cloak, so it's like a side cloak, not the full one, but the ones with the sides. Weapon Unit 19 Freestyle shields, that's looks like an articulating multi-piece shield. Got the Weapon Unit 27 Impact Knuckle, so like a giant fist with a impact driver behind it. MSG Weapon Unit 31 Assault Rifle, looks almost like a HK 416 and a Galil or something base design, maybe with grenade launcher attachments. I wonder if that's intended more for the girl kits or for the mecha kits, because they look more realistic. Weapon Unit 06 Samurai Master Sword, so it's a bunch of samurai sword type parts. Weapon Unit 10 Multiple Shields, so it's another shield and a few other accessories with it. Heavy Weapon Unit 34 Wing Edge, so it looks almost like a heavy Wing Gundam Wing Zero custom type bird wing kind of set. That might be interesting to add to something. And then the Weapon Unit 01 Burst Railgun, which is a really interesting looking railgun type design. Long range weapon, looks pretty cool to me. Cool, so that's it for pre-orders. We're not going to talk about restocks because as of right now, nothing's coming this week, but we're going to have tons of restocks next week, so stay tuned. We'll definitely keep you updated on that. Actually, you know what? Let me read off those. Our hope is to have these. I'm going to read these off just in case. Our hope is to have these restocked next week. It'll depend on what day they show up, and we're not sure exactly what day that is. But HG Gundam X Divider, 30-minute missions, mass-produced submachine, 30-minute sisters, option part set 3 mechanical unit, HG Z-Gog Chart Custom, HG Unicorn Gundam Banshee Norn Destroy Mode, HG Black Tri-Star Zaku 1, HG Unicorn Phoenix Unicorn Mode NT version, HG Destiny, HG Infinite Justice 30-minute mission Spinaccio Ninja Type, the Pokemon Rayquaza, HG Physalis, that's an early bird, HG Gundam GPO 3, HG Full Armor Gundam Destroy Mode Red color version, HG Ailstrike, 2 more early birds, the HG G versus Penelope Final Missile Effects set. We didn't think those were going to get reprinted, and they did. So this might be your only chance to get them. Who knows if they're going to reprint them again. It's a massive set. If you order them on early bird, it would help me out a lot because they're going to take up a lot of space when they come in. If you want one, obviously. And the MG Aegis Gundam, also up in early bird, or MG Blitz. 4 more early birds, the Crossbone X1 Verka, the MG Destiny Extreme Blast Mode, the MG Force Impulse Gundam, and the MG Gundam Asteroid Blue Frame second revise. The MG Barbatos, so that'll be exciting to have in again. Those were really popular last time we had them. Early bird, the MG Gun Tank and MG Gan, both early birds. MG Infinite Justice Gundam, MG 00 Quant, MG Sword Impulse Gundam is an early bird. Getting more of the MG New Verka. We've got those in stock right now, actually. MG Dual Gundam Assault Shroud is another early bird. RG Gundam Exia, and then the PG Unicorn is an early bird. And then there's even more stuff coming in the next shipment after that, but some really good stuff there. Okay, that's restocks for next week, I guess. Kind of quasi restocks. Let's do Q&A. So this is where I answer questions from you, the viewers. If you have a question you want answered, post it down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer it next week. First up, Xylan, you plan on stocking Guy Notes paint? Nice. I was hoping for an alternative place one day to stock some of that paint. I just hope there won't be a mad rush of purchases before I get my small selection ordered. LOL. So yes, we've got Gaia Notes coming. Last night, I think we got the notice that it was ready to ship. We just got to finalize the details on that, and that should be here in the next week or two. So that'll be up on Restocks very soon. I have no idea how long it's going to last. Probably not long, at least for the popular ones. We had to place our order after their pre-order period because we only got in with that distributor relatively late, so we might not have that much. And we didn't know how much to buy, so we tried to play it conservative so we wouldn't have too much on hand. And the stuff's expensive; it's a lot of money to tie up. So we didn't buy massive amounts. So I expect and hope it will go pretty quick, and then we'll be able to know how much to order next time. Okay, next up, plastic germs. With big shipments coming in lately, have you gotten any items that you didn't order or quantity was more than ordered? If so, what do you do with such issue? So I feel like I've talked about this a couple times recently. There's 2 shipments we've received that were either not what we ordered or more than we expected. We got the RG God Gundam. They accidentally entered a second order in a quarter where we didn't order them and shipped those to us. They were kind enough to take them back since we didn't order them during that quarter and refund us. Not a problem. The other was the Full Mechanics Miles Kenbu. We were supposed to get the Miles Kenbus on, so it's more of a swap than just an item we didn't order. And those we're still working with them on, trying to get that resolved. But the expected resolution is to let us send those back and refund us for them. And hopefully that will get resolved sooner than later because it's been a while since they came in. Otherwise, though, they don't tend to send us stuff we don't order. I don't know if other places are. I kind of hope not. That would be really painful. But if they are, they should call them up and let them know. Fun question. What are the Mecha Warehouse crew's favorite dessert after a good meal? It's a great question. I'd say for me, I love apple pie, and almost anything chocolate is good. Chocolate cakes and whatever other stuff. I mean, to me, chocolate is inherently dessert and inherently good. So anything chocolate is always good. Okay, next up, Plastic Crack 305. Hey, anything special for a holiday season so far? Happy holidays, by the way, and Happy New Year as well. So I'm not really sure what you mean by that question. In terms of inventory and stuff or something else, I don't really know how to answer this. We got the sale going on with the gift card sale, so we got that going on, I guess. That's kind of special. We've never done that before. Anyway, next one, Mark Hawking. Hey Nick, you've probably answered this at one point, but I don't know the answer, so I will ask again. What is your favorite Gundam mobile suit? So I do get asked this a lot, probably almost every other stream, and it hasn't been on the weekly update in a while, so maybe we've had mostly the same audience. Everybody knows it's been asked. But the answer I usually give is the Heavy Arms or Heavy Arms Custom. Really like the design, like the big guns, all the missiles, all that kind of stuff. There's so many good designs though, it's really hard to pick just one. I hate these what's your favorite kind of questions because I don't tend to play favorites with a lot of things. You know, I like so much, I tend to focus on liking all the things rather than trying to discern which one's the best or which one I like the best. There's very few things that I prefer just one of or what have you. So anyway, I think that's it for questions. So thank you all for your questions. You can post your questions down in the comments below if you want it answered next week for the last weekly update of the year. Thank you for watching. See you next time.